You said this last time we discovered half of Quahog to be in ruins down here.
Well, here we go.
Do you see that statue in the middle of the room? Take the stairs.
Okay, we're at the right place. I was just double checking that I'm following our friend Ollie here.
I can give you a key down there.
Is this the key? This weird glowing circle?
Yeah, if I can grab it. There we go.
Aren't we trusting this man-child a bit too easily?
Got the key. Now the question you're probably asking yourself is, where does it go?
Wait, can't we just check our inventory? Yeah, we can.
Gas production zone key. If it's not oxygen, I wonder what sort of gas they're producing down here.
Yeah, because they're going to be producing helium or something in a daycare cryo chamber.
You forget the catnap makes that red gas. He also apparently put kids to sleep with that gas, and that's how the orphanage worked.
And you should find a door just to the left of the cable car you took down here.
Are we even certain that we can trust this guy? Remember what Poppy did the first time?
Okay, so we're in the middle near the statues, and we're trying to go find this production zone, right?
I don't even mean to harp on the whole setup here, but why is it just so convenient that we have Batman's lair down here? It just keeps going and going. What was the point of this?
Interesting that a counselor's office almost resembles a government building. They really did have an entire hidden society down here.
Wait, why are you going back into the basement area? I thought we had to do something with another door near the cable car.
I just want to check around more thoroughly before we go to different parts of the game. Sometimes we typically can't return to areas like this.
I don't know why, but it's been a dry day so far. I haven't hurled a salt shaker at Obama's head yet, so maybe I need to get creative with my insults again.
Donald, in a life or death scenario where we're practically caught in the land of the lost, you would be focusing at the wart on my face.
Kind of hard not to focus on it. It's practically the size of one of Saturn's moons.
I'll be honest, sometimes we'll be having a conversation and my eyes will just lock on there. It practically has its own gravitational pull.
Are you serious? It's not even the size of my fingertip. You are the only ones who have thought it was necessary to point that out.
I think everyone else was just trying not to hurt your feelings.
Either that or they don't want to end up in the water.
Well, I gotta take a tinkle, so I'll be right back. One of you can take over, but please don't start playing without me.
Don't fall in. I'm not getting up to rescue you.
Well, this is certainly something.
I never realized how much Joe is the glue to this whole thing. What are we even supposed to do?
Well, remember, it is his channel. The entire idea was set by him, even though he was in the middle of the Oval Office when he called me.
At least he called you. For me, he sent a telegram to the receptionist's office. I'm surprised there wasn't a carrier pigeon with it or something.
Joe's an interesting guy, you know. He's a mix of modern visions with past tendencies. A good guy, just a little bit confused.
Well, agree to disagree.
Donald, I know we were both taught to demonize the other side, but not everything is as portrayed. Policies may be different, but we're all trying to win the same race here.
I don't need to explain myself. You know as much as I do that the road to hell is paved with good intentions.
Donald, just let it off. You act like that road, no matter to hell or heaven, isn't as close as it is. I hate to say it, but you know, in your heart, that he's not going to be here forever.
I know, Barack. I know.
Sorry about that. Took a bit longer than I expected, but I'm glad you guys didn't do anything without me. Who's going to take over?
I guess I will. The world's best platformer probably has a couple things on his mind.
Probably should have just stayed in the pit earlier.
Is this where we have to go? It's felt like it's been forever since we heard from Ollie. I know Don already said it, but this place is absolutely massive.
How did they even build this whole thing? And now we have a loading screen, so it looks like we're going somewhere different.
Thanks, Captain Obvious. I really needed the clarification there.
This reminds me of the layout of an industrial mill. A very all-rusted metal interior.
That just has mascot cutouts. And some old music to boot.
Welcome to the gas production zone, the beating heart of the whole evil play care system.
Interesting.
And it's offline.
The machine is made right here in the factory. It's called the Red Smoke.
Tyreek Hill?
Now, it's all headed off to the right. We need to make that red smoke go left instead.
Seems like our first puzzle.
Get to who?
The machine will probably have a few dumb safeguards for you to work around, but I think you can do it. I'll call you once it's done.
All right, we're treading through some murky waters today. I'm a tad bit confused on what we have to do, but I think it's redirecting some power lines using the batteries.
The way the game has evolved so quickly hints at the fact that we have a lot of toying around to do. More trial and error than the first two games combined, even.
What makes you say that? The little Tinkerbell that uses a Nokia to communicate with us?
The overall fact of how we started versus where we are now. We just had a basic toy factory, and now we're in the depths of Atlantis.
I know the electricity is surprising, but what about all the machines themselves, too? It's a wonder that after 10 years, this entire thing works without fail. And we have another cardboard cutout.
Oh, great. What sort of horrors of humankind will it spill out?
All right, well, that lever doesn't work, and I regret hitting that button. I didn't need to hear catnap smoking on palm trees.
He had to resort to making boyfriend ASMR after the factory went downhill.
What is this thing? Can't seem to get up there. Can we grab this and move it out of the way?
Wait, you just got something, Barack.
Swap hands? Oh, we have a new hand now, a purple variant, and it has some lights on the back. This hand looks way more technically advanced than the others.
The green hand stores electricity. Does this hand collect data signals so I can access the blockchain?
Donald, I have no clue, but I don't think we have the slightest chance at moving this thing. Yeah, not even the other hand.
Well, there's another video player, so be on the lookout for a green tape. Might have some useful information on it.
What the? Oh, that's what this does. Interesting, it acts like a bounce pad.
Good thing you were operating it then. I would have broken a rib or two, and Donald wouldn't make it past liftoff.
Yeah, my fault that a 15-year-old toy wouldn't support the full capacity of a grown man. Really sticking it in deep, aren't you, Joe?
Oops, I missed the shot. Let's try that again.
There you go. And there's more ahead, too. Like I said, really surprising element that they've brought to the table. The platforming aspect, that is.
Are we just not going to talk about the bloody sludge in front of us? Did a Grimer just give birth or something?
Don't know, don't care, but I'm certain that we most likely don't want to dive headfirst into that. Our skin might just peel away like an orange peel.
Wait, what are you doing now? Are you going to try to hang off of it?
No harm in trying. Well then.
Sounds like you could use a sprinkle of help from the world's best platformer.
What happened to the security guard bit?
Funny you said that, I got bit.
What will our friendly neighborhood Donald be able to do here? Scream in agony and throw feces onto the wall like last time?
Watch and learn, gentlemen. I'm about to blow your mind so hard that Soviet soldiers would be jealous.
Oh, would you look at that? Donald did figure something out. Even I didn't know what to do there.
Now the question is, how exactly am I going to make it over to the other side? I don't see anything hanging onto the wall that I can grab onto. We might have to think outside the box on this one.
That thinking almost got you into another bloodbath right there.
Maybe, but now I know what to do. Well, that didn't work, and now I just look stupid. Wait a minute, hold on. Okay, we might be getting somewhere now.
Well, while Donald handles that, I wanted to get your thought on this, Joe.
Thought on what?
I remember at the end of chapter 2 that Poppy was referring to terrible things being done here. I think it's pretty creepy how Mermaid Man's lair is just sitting down here almost untouched. You almost have to think that those terrible things have something to do with the orphanage.
Only naturally. When you face the reality of the situation, there's monstrous toys wandering around, and that begs the question of how they came alive.
And just like that, I pull the rabbit out of the Freddy head once more. And now I have to memorize Schubert's symphony. Well, isn't this just great?
Well, this has to go way deeper than we think. I mean, we haven't even run into any of the mascots from the beginning of the game. Candy Cat, Boogie Bot, Brawn, there's really an entire new layer of the game that has yet to be unearthed, but I also have to think just how much are we going to encounter this chapter.
Don't forget the entire brand of smiling critters, although Ollie said that they were all gone. Also kind of weird when you think about how dauntingly menacing Catnap is.
A lot to digest, really. It's reminding me of the experience I had learning FNAF and how everything evolved from Purple Guy to William Afton.
That's something I'm starting to unpack here as well, because I've pretty much gone into every game knowing exactly what to expect. This is a refreshing experience for me, to be on the edge of my seat just like you guys are.
I can't fit my hand right here. The hole is wide open. O.J. Simpson can fit gloves inside himself, but I can't fit this glove in here.
This might take a while, won't it?
I'm noticing some old eerie music here as well, which is interesting because from what I gathered, the toy company was around for quite some time, right?
With the difference in the Poppy Playtime commercial and the Mommy Long Legs commercial. That's what I have to assume. But I also don't think this game takes place in modern day. This still might be early 2000s.
What makes you say that?
Let's break it down analytically. If we are exploring the factory 10 years after it was abandoned, then that means the technology here is at least 10 years old. And when you see VCR tapes and old company cell phones, it's certainly not modern day.
So how come you think it's at least close to the modern era?
The Mommy Long Legs commercial echoed an 80s style, and the catnap news report was pretty similar to early 90s era. So that's why I'm basing the thought that it's the early 2000s, because that was at least 10 years ago.
And yet somehow they expect me to believe that Oliver Twist is just down here kicking rocks and avoiding killer robots. What is he surviving on, pillow stuffing?
Now that I'm thinking about it, there's no way Ollie is a child, at least not a human one. Even though this was an orphanage, the only real possibility here is that once everyone disappeared, he hid out here when he was 3.
I think the more important question is what kind of orphanage would accept a 3-year-old? Okay, I may have just said something really stupid.
You think?
At least you're growing self-aware.
Finally, that took way too long.
That was an entire opera that I saw there. Definitely tested some patience. I thought you would have karate kicked something by now.
Yeah, this is going to be a very long experience, isn't it? I mean, it's already been an hour deep into the recording, and half of it was Don trying to figure out how a street sign works.
Obama, you couldn't steer a camel out of Dubai, let alone operate that thing. I don't need criticism from the blind and the disabled.
Wait, who's who?
I'll leave that for you to decide.
All right, you should just be able to turn this thing on and let her rip, from what I understand.
And just like that, the world's best platformer has done it again. Go ahead, you guys can bow now. No power.
Is this the part where I boo or I throw tomatoes at you for being such a dolt?
What did I even do?
It's probably a scripted event, if I'm guessing. I doubt that there was some timer going on the whole time.
Looks like we have an incoming hotline as well.
Oh boy, what now?
Oh no! Someone killed the power.
Someone?
I sent you another key. It's under the statue. Use it to get into Home Sweet Home.
Home Sweet
And
Home?
once you're inside, find the building's backup generator. Good luck.
What a nice young man. I hope he doesn't turn out to be some governing force that we'll have to deal with later.
And now we have Joe out here calling out cryptic warnings that I can't tell are jokes, or he's actually seen the game all the way through.
Trust me, if I played through the game, I would have told you already.
That is fair. Joe's not the type to hold in a secret, especially after something like that. He has the memory of Bubba Fint when it comes to that area.
And the bone structure of kickin' chicken.
And right down the hatch it goes.
Why does Ollie just have access to the Timken Steel warehouse? It's like he's mass producing these out of Nike sweatshops.
If he's been stuck here for 10 years or so, he most likely has access to a lot of the things we need to get to. Probably couldn't get to them himself because of catnap wandering around.
I guess we should probably wander our way to Home Sweet Home. Ollie said there's a backup generator in there, right?
I think so. All right, you stupid batteries, prepare to get turned on by the dawn.
Gross.
And we're at the door of the Addams family, I see.
Oh, what a creepy looking place.
Reminds me of Poppy's area. But for it being somewhat modern, I don't understand their approach of the Victorian era.
And we get hit with the Skate 3 loading screen. Okay, there we go.
Eerie looking atmosphere. Oh, why are you just rushing through it, Donald?
What is this?
Red smoke. Well, it doesn't seem to be affecting you right now, but I'm starting to think that we're inching closer to catnap.
And now we're walking down the shining stairs. Are we just taking a slice out of every genre for this chapter?
Wow,
Yeah, someone make the lobster bisque already. We are cooked.
that is a very long hallway. It's a good thing I go for a daily jog in the morning. Looks like I'll get some more steps in.
Oh, on the contrary, another step for me and Don, and we have 1 foot in the grave.
Stop including me in your old people jokes.
A news broadcast?
Excuse me? Of course, the founder of Playtime.
Hold on, he said late. So Elliot had passed already when this happened.
At this time, an identity for the child awaits official confirmation. Found in an upstairs bedroom in a large duffel bag.
That smells of foul play.
Scene report that the remains appear to have been disturbed.
Disgusting.
As well as key bones from the skeletal structure were reported missing from the body.
Makes me sick.
Unknown at this time whether this extraction was, in fact, the cause of death.
And now it's just static. Really reminds me of PT, the way they have almost a looping hallway set up here with a radio playing.
Did you guys notice that a portrait of a child was there too?
Following recent events,
Great, we got more.
was asked for any comment regarding the discovery. This is what they had to say.
This'll be interesting.
It's sickening. Elliot Ludwig was a great man, and those who knew him understood that he was not capable of violence,
Doubt it.
alone what others now claim. He had a deep love in his heart for children like this one, making the actions of whoever planted this body all the more sick.
Huh, really defensive here.
Earned his good name, both in the public eye and in the eyes of the law. Stay tuned.
Oh, what? Why did the radio get like that?
I think it's all obvious that there's more to Elliot than they're letting on. Nobody just runs an orphanage underground. That's giving out some heavy secret society impressions.
There's a phone. I just heard about horrible crimes against humanity, and now we have to find a phone. What is this game doing to my mind right now?
Don't be getting too far ahead, Don. We're probably close to catnap.
It better be someone ordering Papa John's.
That wasn't Shaquille O'Neal.
Whoa!
I saw that. I saw you, Catnap, and I'm not afraid of a feline like you. Do you hear me?
Wait, you guys saw something?
Despite Playtime's proclamation of Ludwig's innocence,
Oh, great. More disturbing radio to listen to.
feature displayed over the previous decades lends suspicion to this claim. When questioned, Ludwig's neighbors indicated that he would often return to his home in strange hours of the night and depart again before sunrise.
Interesting.
Believed he was sick. Others that don't move.
Oh, what?
What the?
Playtime Co, it seems,
And then back to normal broadcast.
and its name within its brand regardless. What is sure to be a long legal battle will follow.
Hey, if we saw catnap in here and Ollie told us to run, why are we standing still?
Because the person on the radio told me to.
That red smoke must have done something with our head, because why is this hallway so vast? And why are we hearing semi-modern broadcasts on old radios?
That's what I'm asking, but I'm also noticing that the hallway has scratch marks now. Wait, are those footsteps?
Joe, I don't like this place.
What happened to not fearing catnap?
I don't fear him. It's whatever this place is that makes it even worse. Why are we in The Shining?
I really can't tell you, Don.
Well, that certainly helps a lot, doesn't it?
Knocking! Who's knocking?
I'm not really sure, but something tells me that we shouldn't stick around to find out. I had a feeling Elliot wasn't on a clean slate, but I think it's worse than what we assumed.
I'm getting really sick and tired of this radio station. Can we change it to the Pistons game or something? I want to be comforted by someone else's misery.
Donald, I don't know if you noticed this or not, but I think we're in a looping hallway. This really is The Shining.
What is this place? I didn't even want to be here. Why did we have to get sucked down 20,000 leagues under the sea?
Well, there's your way out, at least.
Excuse me?
If I'm not mistaken, I think the radio just spoke to us, Donald. Exhibit A is right there.
Elliot Ludwig and Laith Pierre must be some really big fans of the Wednesday show. Well, that just came out. This was built before that.
Why are you talking about a show at a time like this? I'm trying to survive a corn maze with Top Cat on my tail, not listen to Good Mythical Morning.
You hear that, Donald?
Yeah, it's like some gas mask sound. And now there's babies crying? Oh, what am I getting into now?
Oh, wow, that's disturbing.
Something tells me whatever this is, there's no going back after this.
I don't think there ever was, Joe. Happy and fun way was it done? Whatever that means.
Well, if you couldn't tell, there was a TV and a VCR, so we most likely have another tape to watch.
Well, here's the tape. I don't even want to watch this since I walked. There is no safety. Yeah, we are going to perish in here.
Well, let's stop dragging it out then. Here we go.
I already hate it.
Greetings, employees, and welcome to your first day here in Playtime.
A training tape.
Certain that in the days to come, you'll find your new family here every bit as loving and supportive as your own.
Now that's
Feel
propaganda.
free to wander the halls, sit in the mess for lunch, or watch our children play and learn to their little hearts' content.
Your children?
Join the innovationists, where the bounds of science are continuously pushed. Or join the counselors of Playcare, whose diligence and care for our children will help shape a brighter future. Just you see.
Why'd that sound threatening?
Now, every one of you has your part in that future, so should you come back tomorrow feeling unhappy for where you are or what you've done,
What we've done?
worry not, for your supervisor is here and happy to listen. And should you come back,
Why is Huggy fading away?
Why did the music stop too?
conscience finally getting the better of you.
Excuse me, why is Huggy Wuggy analog horror?
What the?
Are you guys listening to what he's saying?
All that awaits you are incomprehensible horrors, each hungry for your return, each eager that they might find you.
Oh, we are super guilty.
They'd smile at you from a shadow, their smiling mouths full of teeth and meat and plastic,
Huggy is terrifying.
waiting and waiting patiently for their turn at a warm welcome.
This has to be a bad dream or something.
Perhaps they won't allow you such time to figure your place in the world you'd left. A world that's theirs now.
Well, that is sinister.
Welcome.
Oh, what's happening?
He's leaving
What
the
the-
TV.
What the?
What just happened?
I'm not sure if that was a hallucination or not, but I doubt we're really dead. Whatever it was, I can tell you that we were not an innocent man working at the factory.
I think we're way beyond that now. The question is how much blood is on our hands. Maybe we do deserve to be down here.
Wait, did we just get vored by Huggy?
Someone's asking the right questions and someone's not.
Gotta improve your question skills, Obama. It's Donald Trump here wanting to thank all of our members for supporting us. We can't thank you enough. If you would like to become a member and see exclusive content, click the link in the description.